You're watching the Cannabis Broadcasting Group here at cbgtv.com.
I'm already into the 420, damn it!
So what are you doing? Nothing? Why not?
Trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, wait, I might have it.
You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or Lifestyle Radio.
You like music, you like weed, well, we gonna be good friends indeed. This is not much I like more than smoking trees. They'll make you dance the do-si-do and teach you how the chiva grows. Smoke a bowl on the 420 radio show. On Lifestyle Radio.
I will change that, Len. Sorry.
Radio. I think you should leave it. It looks awesome.
Really? Well, you see, what I'm doing is I'm learning how to use iMovie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing, and I'm rolling a
You
doobie.
can take a screenshot up his nose and use that.
Well, like I said the other day, it was either that one or Batman.
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 Hi, everybody. Welcome to the 420 Radio Show.
What you smoking?
I'm not smoking nothing now because I just ate a big bowl of fucking ice cream. Holy fuck!
Yeah, as I say, I got kind of a lung cold going on. I haven't smoked anything since last Friday.
Oh, that
see,
sucks,
see,
buddy.
that's wrong. I'd be smoking twice as much just to clear your lungs out.
Oh, dude, I could barely inhale.
Yeah, I still smoke it.
I just ground up some.
I've got a respirator that you can put on like a mask.
That is.
I'm good.
Fire it up and it blows the smoke right into you.
What do you call that? That is some.
That is called marijuana.
Girl Guide cookie.
That is a bud.
Girl Scout cookie.
Girl Scout cookie?
Yeah. Yeah. Girl Guides are in the U.S. Up here, we're Girl Scouts. All right. Why am the only one on camera? Well, because, yeah.
I'm on camera.
No, I don't know. It got clicked on just me.
I'm rude as fuck because I'm not looking at you, but I'm on camera.
I want to welcome anybody who's watching us tonight from their bedrooms on Roku. Are you naked? What you wearing? Come on, what you wearing?
I think that's rather personal and really for some people I don't want to know.
They're the one that's invited us into their bedroom.
How do you know if Darcy or Marcel could be naked right now?
I've done I've done the show in my underwear several times. Ask Debbie.
I can honestly say I've never done this show naked. I have worn pajama pants.
Yeah, it's usually pajama pants or shorts.
I got a
but
sweater,
never naked.
my sweater and my pajama pants on, but I don't got my camera on because my fucking phone eats up my battery so quick.
That's not to say that I haven't sat in front of the computer naked. I just don't do the show naked.
Oh, okay. That's probably way more info than we need to.
Yeah, we didn't ask that question.
Yeah, especially
so
when
I got a funny story.
Hacked so quick.
A funny story. Okay, so I mean, most people that know me personally know about my web history. We'll say, okay, I worked I worked in the adult market for a while, and I had a very large website in the 90s. But anyways, okay, so last month I get an email from somebody that says, 420 Radio, we have video capture of you masturbating in front of your computer, and we're going to share it if you don't give us this much money. Look up my history. Okay? Look up my history. I assure you there's already video on the internet. Okay? I can assure you of this. Anyways, I thought
they would be public videos now.
So, yeah, well, you know, it's over 20 years. They got no copyright. But so I was mentioning it to Dean, and he was I got one of those too.
I'd respond back, and I say, well, listen, make sure you tag me because I need the hits.
Yeah, hey? But I just find it funny because those are the scams. I mean, I get text messages on my cell phone. I've got my block list is fucking huge on my cell phone. And my block list is getting even bigger on fucking, what do you call it, Facebook Messenger. So.
you've seen the or heard about the scam that's going now targeting old people.
Oh yeah, my mom got hooked into it before she passed away. About a year before she passed away, she got hooked into.
Scammer. There's always a scam.
Well, somebody try. They befriend.
Well,
they pretend they like, and then they ask for money.
No, not this one.
Oh, okay.
This scam that's targeting seniors now is a young person calls them and calls them grandma or grandpa, and that they need bail money.
Oh, fuck.
To get out of jail. So I called my mother and I said, look, if you get one of these calls that one of your grandchildren needs bail money, then your answer is just simple. Fuck them. And my mother goes, what? Why would I do that? And I said, because if they got themselves in jail, then they can get themselves out. Fuck them. And if anybody calls looking for bail money, your kids aren't going to call, or your grandchildren are not going to be calling you for bail money.
If you have grandkids that are in jail, let them rot.
Yep. They can get themselves out. They got themselves in, they get themselves out.
Exactly. you ever watch...
That was the one rule that we grew up with as teenagers, too, with my father. My father had a simple rule.
If you don't know the person, you don't go with them.
Yourself out.
Get what?
No, if you get yourself in jail, you can get yourself out.
Yeah. Yep. My mom got hooked up into a few scammers. I enjoy what Mark Rober does to combat scammers and porch thieves. Mark Rober is the guy that does the glitter bombs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's another guy that, I forget his name.
There's a couple of them.
This guy goes after the call centers.
Yeah, no, that's Mark Rober as well. He does that as well. He's working with the FBI on several cases on package theft as well as call centers. Yep. He gets all his hacker buddies out there. He used to work for NASA. He's an engineer.
He hacks. He gets a phone call from a call center in India, one of the scam call centers in India, and he hacks their computers. Yep. Puts on their cameras, shows what they're doing, shows everything that they're actually doing, and then tells them.
Yep. And then the FBI raids them.
Yeah. But, I mean, they can pinpoint the building, but if it's a big building, they don't know which floor it is. Right?
But
he's
been instrumental in helping for about 5 years or so.
Yeah. Good on him.
So what's up, Darcy? Nice to see you.
Hi, Al. How are you?
I'm all right.
That's good. At least you're all right.
I'm tired. I've been painting.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. Did you tell me earlier that Dale hit you today?
Yeah, Carly gave me a black eye and Dale gave me a bloody nose.
Why?
I don't know. You'll have to ask them that question.
Well, I asked Dale if he was coming on, but he hasn't answered me yet.
Are you serious?
Well, I want to find out why. I mean, obviously he fucking deserved it, but...
Obviously he fucking deserved it. Thanks, Marcel.
Well, both of them aren't going to hit you unless you deserved it, Darcy.
Well, my wife said she was just getting me back for all the times I kick her at night, so...
Well, that's understandable. Oh, so she waited for Dale to stun you so she could hit you.
Yep.
He hit you with a stun gun?
Yeah, no. Dale stopped over
Dale
stopped over to visit there this afternoon, and when he stopped over, we were having a chat, and all of a sudden my nose started bleeding, and I come to two conclusions. One, the air is really dry, so that's what I figured it was, because I got it to stop, I don't know, about 5 minutes.
Oh.
So,
I was standing in a line with my mom, and she had just taken a tumble down the stairs, 3 flights of stairs at Union Station. She was all black and blue in the face and her arms and that, and she looks up at me and smiles. She goes, "Alan, you really have to stop hitting me." I'm like, "What the fuck, Mom?"
Your mom called you Alan?
Yes. Well, that's what my name is.
I know.
Alan?
Yep.
Alan.
That's exactly the tone.
Yeah.
Hey, so
my mom doesn't call me Leonard.
My mom didn't like. She didn't like calling me Al at all. No, not at all.
Hey, I'll tell you, you never know what parents will do to be embarrassing. My mother was in Kmart looking in sales. My father come up behind her, grabbed her by the shoulder, and as he's walking out the door, dragging her, he said, "We told you before we didn't want you back in this store." That's how he drug her out of the store.
I've had a few fun things that I've done to my mom. We both lived in the St. Clair and Yonge area, and my sister and I were going to a movie at the big theaters that were there many years ago. And I saw my mom's car, so I went bloop, bloop, and I put a note on her seat that said, "Thank you for letting me have a nap in your car." And then we left. A few hours later after the movie, she's not there anymore, but I get a roaring phone call while I'm on my way home from my mom, asking me what the hell did I think I was doing, because I put on the other side, "Got ya," and her friend Gila read that while she was reading the note, and her face was terrorized. She thought somebody actually had a nap in her car in the parking lot.
Did you share this yet?
Oh, shit, no. Nope, I'm going to do it. Thank you.
Oh.
Where is it? But hi, everybody who said hi. Look, I even see we said hi.
That was me.
We said howdy.
Because I'm polite.
Howdy.
Well, whatever. It's still polite.
Howdy.
Better than just friggin' ignoring them.
Well, I'm not, I am trying to construct a conversation.
I don't ignore anyone. I just don't know how to see us.
I ignore a lot of people, so.
Lately, this happens more and more, and I don't like it. This ghosting shit and stuff. I think it's rude. It's ignorant.
What is it?
You know, somebody starts a conversation and then they don't like what you've said, so they just stop talking. They don't say no. They don't say I don't like that anymore. It's like they just stop talking, and it's rude. That's all.
What's an octopod?
I don't know.
Octopod.
Something with 8.
Well, to me, it would be an 8-sided pod.
Wouldn't it be like 8 autopots?
I know what an octobubbler is.
Oh, geez. Look,
octopod.
Darcy's here. Hi, Darcy. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Do you know when you buy clones online, that they ship them with them little heated hand packs?
I didn't know that. But I gotta find a place that has good clones to ship me. So.
Well, there's lots of them online.
Okay, this is kind of neat.
They have them at OCS as well. And you know what? I noticed that OCS is starting to have specials. You can get $100 ounces at OCS now, right from their website. I don't know how long it takes to ship with them, though. I know the place that I use it's like 4 days, which is pretty good from BC, right? Hello?
Oh, look at that.
I'm talking to myself.
Hello.
I'm looking up octopods. Octopod hybrid grow systems. A soil and hydroponic hybrid.
Next week we're going to try Instagram.
Similar to an auto pot, but it's got soft pots.
Soft pots. So they're not the plastic like I got.
No.
They're the soft bags that I was using.
Which means they do air pruning.
Explain.
The roots grow through that bag and die.
Is that a good thing or bad?
It's a good thing because it pushes out more roots.
Okay. That was in stereo.
Thing. It must be a good thing when you get it in stereo.
That's how Zed Leplin does it.
But they've got an autofill system All right, so let me go to their...
You know what? I opened the box of mine while you're looking at stuff. I opened the box of my auto pots, just one of them, to see what it was like, and there was so much stuff in there, I got scared and closed it and put it away.
All right, so
every time you guys say auto pots, I want to say roll out.
Roll out.
Yeah.
Roll out.
Okay,
6-gallon auto-filling system, 2 sites.
Marcel's not hip enough to catch
I should go to the dollar store and get some Transformer stickers for each of my auto pots.
Yeah, you could. That'd actually be cool.
Oh, look at that. They're not necessarily cheap. 6 gallon, 6 gallons, 4 sites.
Can you bring it up and so we can see it? But might as well.
Yeah. Here, I'm just going to give you the link. I'll let you do it.
Save some people from just staring at us all night.
Yeah.
Who's winning, Len?
Well, the fucking game doesn't start for another 15 minutes.
Oh. It's the face of, come on, start already.
Search for the fucking channel, and then who starts the hockey game at 7:30?
Obviously not the Leafs.
No, it's major junior OHL.
Where are you sending me that? Oh, you sent it to me on Facebook. Okay, I got to open Facebook, and I will get it from there. This is a shitty rolling job.
And they have octodomes, Darcy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So, yeah, it sounds like it's a complete knockoff of Autopods, but...
Oh, look at...
Hey.
Yeah, they're a knockoff of Autopods, and they're more expensive. Although...
They're cool. Well, they've got some advantages.
Yeah.
They've got some advantages with the soft bag, and the fact that they could use that for... hydroponics by putting air stones in there with the option. No, is the option for the octodome.
This is what he's talking about.
The octodome?
No. I'm just going to the. This is the first page that I got here that you gave me. Mm-hmm. Right. There's the octo grid down. That's the liner. All right. Pots.
I clicked on the 4-plant one to see how much it actually was.
Well, it's between 169 and 191 for a 6-gallon auto fill system, 2 sites.
2 pots.
That's just 2
That's 2 plants.
That's just 2 pots.
2 plants, 4 plants, and then 6 plants. But the one beside it is 4
It says
plants,
here 2
pots.
6-gallon, 2 hydro wick, 2 6-gallon sleeves, depth gauge 2, 1 3-gallon control, whether that's the blue, and then your tubing and all that kind of stuff there, and a shut-off valve.
It would actually be good for keeping mothers in.
Those are soft bags like I got, eh? Those grow bags that I got, that's what those are, yeah.
Yeah. So, a set of 2, then you could have 2 mothers, so 2 of the same mothers, like same strain. That way, because different strains take different feeds.
Would something like this system be better for a green room or the autopods?
No real difference.
Or a greenhouse, I mean.
No real difference.
There'd be no difference in that, Al.
Okay.
No. They might use a little more water in a greenhouse.
Well, it's usually
only because you'll have more evaporation because of the soft sides, right?
Pretty moist in there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put rocks down as soon as everything's thawed. I'm gonna throw a couple of wheelbarrow loads of rocks in there. So I'm gonna close. Yeah. Is there anything else on the website you want me to look at?
No.
All right.
I just wanted to see what an octopot was.
Well, now we know.
Yeah, kill it. Kill it. Now we know what an octopot was.
Although, it's something I would have considered before I already got, right?
Yeah. Remember when we talked last show about Ontario cutting their margin?
Yes.
OCS.
There's been a whole lot of articles this week about that.
Yeah, because that doesn't necessarily mean the consumers are going to get a lower price.
No, it means the businesses are going to make more money.
Right.
Maybe.
It's like Canopy Growth is keeping its prices the same.
Well, as I mentioned earlier,
I'll tell you right now, Churro Cannabis is too.
Are you?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
what about
what
about Optimus?
Honesty,
are you going to keep your prices low on Optimus?
Yes, Optimus ain't dropping his price any lower either.
Oh, well, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, but
Lennie,
Nova
you don't
Scotia's
have.
Nova Scotia's not getting that break either that OCS is given.
No, but Optimus doesn't need to lower their prices anymore because they're low enough.
Already not that high, yeah.
Lenny's rolling
but
the joint.
again, everyone's like making a big deal. Like, there's cheap fucking weed at OCS.
I know. That's what I was just going to say. I saw $100 sales. There was several strains that they had up for $100.
It just depends what you want, right? Yeah. Like you get what you pay for in some aspects,
right? But
I'll also say there's some $50 weeds that aren't fucking near worth it.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. Here, look. This was
But you know what those are good for, Lenny?
What's that?
People want to make their own extracts for edibles and things like that.
This was on sale.
100%. There's all kinds of markets for everybody.
Can you see that? Yep. This was on sale this week or last week. Okay, for $24. It's Jack Kush. It was on sale at BC Bud, and It's very stringy, but it fluffs up nice and it smokes nice, and I like the buzz.
It's exactly. There's markets for everybody, right? Yep. I call it. There's the
trim job is about the same trim job you'll get out of mine. So,
but it's the same as wine, right? There's
exactly.
What's the $15 bottle of wine
or a $1,000 bottle of wine?
It just, what are you as that particular consumer looking for?
I have had weed that was from somebody's basement that was better, and usually is better than what you get at the legal store. What I'm finding at the legal store, although I found a few strains that I really like, I'm finding that for the most part, unless they use one of the bags, it's very dry.
Hey, we're on the front page of NSLC again, eh?
Who?
Churro Cannabis.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, we're Discover Local. We're the headline company.
Cool.
Yeah, I was just scrolling down the NSLC Cannabis web page there, and it's like,
Lenny
talks about
I'm reading this article here that says, what happened to Smith Falls can happen to any entity in Canada. CEO of Churro Cannabis, Leonard Walters. Walter?
Yeah. Wrong title, wrong name. Who's that fucking guy?
There are federal and provincial regulations that both need to be worked on. There are solutions. We just need folks talking.
Hey,
so that was
your lobbying profile on there.
What's that?
We also have a profile on there.
We do?
Yeah, it's called Get to Know Churro Cannabis.
Yeah, I've had a little bit of I've had a little bit of dialogue with NSLC the last several weeks, and I guess it's their way of maybe making nice. To be honest, NSLC's been really good to Churro Cannabis. I have nothing bad to say about them.
Well,
Al,
it's pretty good.
What was the picture you posted? Is that like an apple pie?
The what?
An apple pie?
Where?
You posted a picture that you were going to eat you real good.
Oh, it was an apple. It was a lemon turnover. Oh, they're so good.
A lemon turnover?
Lemon.
Looks like an apple.
No, it's lemon.
Did you ever share the show?
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
I did.
Oh.
But,
I didn't tag anybody,
but again,
though. I'll tag you
like,
in it.
Like Marcel
You'll be
said,
able
like
to
some of
find
those
it.
cheaper weeds, people want to make concentrates out of it.
Sorry.
Churro
that's
cannabis,
the thing.
unfortunately.
Go on, Len. I'll say.
No, but like unfortunately, we're in a weird kind of. Oh, the buds all have to be big and pretty and hand trimmed and that, and we're in this premium category. Like, there's certain things we can't even put in our jars because people want to shit on them, right? It's like, it's whatever.
Well,
there's just different products and different grades for different folks. That's all it is. So.
That's right, and
but there's lots of good, really cheap weed at the OCS and NSLC, and
well, they have to be. They have to be competitive. Yeah. If they want the black market to fuck off, which it'll never do, they have to be more competitive. Sorry, that's the way it is.
Well,
the black market, the legacy market is here to stay. It will always
here's
be.
The problem, Al.
Yeah, this
is the part of that whole thing. Everyone's blaming OCS and everyone from competing with the black market. OCS and the LPs have basically almost 70%. The LPs only get about 30% of the money that consumers paying at an like at the OCS. Right?
I get that. Yeah.
So that's the part of Trudeau's mandate was to kill the black market. Not saying it's right or wrong. If that was his mandate.
Yes.
It's not going to happen when the taxes are so high.
No. So have they rectified that?
Oh no, that was basically my quote. Is nothing's going to rectify because nobody fucking talks to each other. Is my whole point.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the link.
Here's a couple facts. 70% of LPs are actually in default to CRA for excise tax.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen a lot of things.
And here's another interesting fact. Over the credit bureau protection agencies for bankruptcy, over 50% of the new listings in the last 2 years are all LPs. So that's why I went to Ottawa, because of the Smith Fall things, but because federal governments and provincial government, they're just not paying attention. You don't need people, 800 people don't need to lose their job to make a statement, but when you're looking at simple data facts like that, something's wrong. It's just the framework's broken, right? So they should take a step back, analyze things. Why are things so broken?
Is this what they're trying to do, or are they just making it look like it?
Oh, OCS, God bless you, 3%. Like, it's really the solution's quite easy. Why is the excise tax $1 a gram? Why isn't it like 10 or 15% based off the selling price, like every other tax in this fucking country?
They are getting charged $1 a gram.
Yes. So if I sell
every
a gram
store,
for 50 cents, I'm paying
every dispensary store.
Every LP, doesn't matter what I get for that gram.
Yes.
The government makes $1 a gram. So if I sell it to OCS for $2,
you're only making $1.
I only get $1. And then of course OCS they got to mark it up. And then when the dispensary buys it, they got to mark it up.
And then
it's all the excessive tax.
And then you got to also throw in your anything that went wrong. You don't get anything from that.
Oh yeah, bad crops, things like that. And
thank you. I couldn't remember what it was called.
Harvest or whatever, but
bad harvest.
Like here's my explanation. Churro's making a little over break even, not kicking ass. In perspective, we're actually quite good versus the rest of the field. But here's the thing. What happens when my lights all have to get replaced in a couple of years? What happens when my HVACs have to get replaced in a couple of years?
Yeah.
You won't have the capital, right? And then you're fucked. So that's what I'm trying to warn people is.
Then you have to bring in investors, maybe investors that you don't want to bring in.
Who's going to invest in the cannabis space right now and nobody can make a nickel? That's why I say the framework's broken.
Yeah.
It's easy to fix. The simple fix number one, just turn it to a percentage. You can even make it 20%. I'm still winning. Yeah. The essential tax rate, some firms, the gentleman was there, their essential tax rate is 38%. Now, no offense to him, you're going to sell your weed for $20. No wonder you can't make money, but whatever, that's their model. But 38% tax rate's pretty fucking high.
What's the taxes in the States? Do you know?
Every state's fucked.
Because it's different. Yeah,
but California just reduced it. Whatever. We should look that up, actually. Because California basically is going through the same thing. Everybody was going under, and they had to do a big tax reform because they figured out.
Market got flooded real quick, real early.
But the issue is they also put an insane amount of tax on it.
Wow.
And fees, and then they found out nobody was making money, and then everyone was basically going back to the illegal market. So they dropped the taxes, and it's starting to level it out. There's a balance, is all there is.
There's a place where everybody can make some money, and I wish that they'd fucking find that already. Because this is depressing watching these good people. They started, they've gone. A lot of these people are coming out of the legacy market. They've gone into the new legal market, and look what's going on. Maybe not most, but a lot of the LPs in Canada are staffed by people who came up out of the illegal market.
Very much so.
Yeah, there's some of the best growers in Canada are out of the legacy market. I shouldn't say illegal market because I don't find it's illegal. I call it a legacy market, so that's what it is.
Yeah, no. It again, it's not a judgment. Just the framework. It's the framework they set up. And all my point was why I went there is, all right, you're into it 3 or 4 years. It's obviously not working. So why don't you guys start talking to each other and try to change the framework so it works for everybody?
Here's a question that I don't know the answer to. Maybe one of you guys is. I forgot it. It's gone. I'm sorry. Oh, it was about the indigenous market.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
what about it?
Well, a lot of people still support that market, and then there's a lot of people that are trying to stop that market. Is it legal? Is it legal?
I'll give you my personal take on it. There is fast tracking for Indigenous licensing. Mm-hmm. I do think Nova Scotia, for example, Nova Scotia should be giving our Indigenous First Nation reserves the right to sell cannabis on their own, but I do think it should come taxed and it should come from a legal source. Because my issue is, where are the Indigenous populations getting the cannabis from?
Well, I know that they're.
I know some are good. I'm not
back doors from the licensed producers that can't sell their overages.
There's other sources besides those too, Marcel.
I know, but
no, let's call it a spade a spade. There's organized crime.
That's right.
And here's my only issue with it.
But there's also that home grower that has
there's lots of home growers now, but here's the difference. Home growers should be supplying home growers to true medical patients.
Yep.
When you start having crazy 200 or 300 plant licenses and stuff like that.
Yep.
And I actually don't even know how to do this. Here's the simplest solution for any of all this. There's a CTLS recording system. If you want to be a home grower that supplies other patients, just make them. It's an online 15-minute process. Just report your sales every month.
And
guess what?
But then they would charge you taxes.
They can even make it tax-free. But what they can do, it's an auditable process. And it's like, whoa, you're really growing 1,000 plants? Who are you selling it to?
Yeah.
Well, that's
a simple way to do it.
That's the instant thinking, though, that happens. Right?
Well, that's why I said nobody talks. That's an easy solution. That doesn't punish anyone. Anyone that's doing something shady will not report it. Anyone doing something legit, report it, no problem.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not saying tax it. I actually, again, that's the other thing. Take off the HST, take off the excise for medical.
Yeah.
You think that's ever going to happen, Len?
Fuck no.
No, because the government's actually losing money, so they don't mind. Well, we figured out they were losing 5% off of every transaction.
But it just shows some honest decency, though, to me. Just like, why are you taxing something that's a medically prescribed service? Like, fuck off.
Exactly. And that's the whole argument that we've had for years when they started with this crap is, Why is no other pharmaceutical product in Canada taxed except cannabis? Or I won't say pharmaceutical product, I'll say prescribed product.
Now, the only other thing, they will charge you tax on some like home healthcare items, things like that, but whatever, that's minority. But I'm just saying,
yeah,
if a patient and a prescriber are prescribing medical cannabis, you don't need to charge. Like, there's a couple 100,000 people in Canada.
Yeah.
Just let it go, man. Like,
Exactly.
I just don't understand why there's enough money being made in the cannabis space. Just let it go.
Do you use insulin?
No, metformin.
Oh, okay. All right, metformin. Do you pay excise tax on that?
I'm on ODSP, so no. I pay.
There is no HST or tax on
$2 dispensing fee. That's all.
But that's the whole point.
That's your copay, but that's not taxed to the government.
Okay.
Right, but that's the whole point. They're not patients that have prescriptions for products other than cannabis are not subjected to an excise tax as well as an HST or PST or GST, whatever the fuck you have in your province.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Right. It's only cannabis, and it seems more like as a punishment than anything. That, you don't want to use these medications that have been proven not to work, so we're going to punish you by charging you extra by taxing your medicine. Punishing.
And again, just take the HST off. Like, if you want, even if you leave your stupid like, just throw a bone, do something.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm wondering, I'm just wondering and waiting if they're going to start charging us a tax for growing.
No.
Well, I bet they'd try and figure out how. Well, they would if we used Lennie's reporting system. Oh, you grew 27 pounds this year. All right, we'll have to hit you with this excise
Do they
tax.
tax you when you grow grow your own vegetables and stuff like that? Do they tax you when you make your own beer?
Yeah.
And my point,
for personal use, no. But if you're making beer and selling beer, then yeah, you're paying taxes on beer.
Well, yes.
No, but what the reporting is, Marcel, it's not about tax. It's about just showing, okay, I grown X amount of things, and I sold X amount to
X number of people.
X amount of bodies.
Yeah.
And what it does, it gives them the opportunity. What are the outliers? And if someone's an outlier, then they can actually send an inspector to your house. And it's like, you know what, these are all legit. Thank you very much. See you later.
Yeah.
I believe in California.
But we know the ACMPRs that are growing illegally, and that's what causes the bullshit, right?
I believe in California, if you are growing, whether it's medical for yourself or for a business or whatever, they require you to band every plant. And it has a tracking number and everything.
That's overkill.
No, hold on. You don't have to do that at Truro? You don't have to account for...
we have to report every fucking plant, every fucking...
So each plant has a serial number, basically?
No, but we have a monthly count. The serial number's overkill.
Okay.
We did have barcodes for the plants, though, at one point.
Oh, that's just internal, though. That wasn't for reporting. Yeah. But we actually, every month, we have to say how many seeds we got, how many plants we have, how much we destroyed, how many grams, how much, like, it's basically, we have one or two people, that's their fucking job per month, right?
My cat picked this exact time to have a shit behind me. Yeah.
And then there's audits.
The audits are crazy.
So they come in, they send somebody in to audit, or do they have you audit?
Oh, no, there's CRA audits, then there's Health Canada inspections.
Wow.
Then if you have so many shareholders or these public companies, and you have to have these fucking audits from like KPMGs and these bullshit. All Truro goes through is inspection audits every fucking 2 weeks. I swear to fuck.
Wow.
It's stupid.
Ouch.
Overkill is all it is. But yet
that it is, Lennie.
Oh yeah, but alcohol and tobacco, let her rip. nobody gives a fuck. They just get to do what the fuck they want.
Yeah,
that's what ticks me off.
That's kind of ridiculous. I mean, alcohol kills people. I don't know anybody who's died from cannabis other than getting squished by a tree.
Well, it's more the hypocrisy to it, right? It's just it's taxed more than tobacco and alcohol. It's regulated worse than both. It's just overkill. Just overkill.
Stupid cat. Yeah, it is.
And again, to be honest, Canada needs the fucking taxes. Like, I don't want to take taxes away from cannabis, but the short-sighted thinking is, if all the LPs fucking go away and everyone goes back to the black market, it's less taxes for our economy and the jobs. Like, you got to make it sustainable. Holy fuck!
Okay, so do we know how many LPs have fallen off the scale lately? I mean, I know there's been a lot.
Well, just Miss Tweed just did whatever 800. I think Sundial just did 100 or 200 last week or the week before. There's been closures a lot. Like Cannabis went away. Now, FYI, I do know some. It's not to shit on the public guys, but some of them wasted a whole shit ton of money, stupidly.
It is in their defense, though. It is a new market that people are still trying to figure out.
Oh no! Listen.
It's a new market.
If I had $5 billion, if I had $5 billion in my account, I'm probably pretty sure we would have had some fucking parties.
Yeah, but this is what I mean. It was a brand new emerging market that the bankers took over, or not the bankers, but the money men investors, people that had no background at all in cannabis, just in money, were the ones that took over, and they had no idea what they're doing. And now they find themselves in the situation they're in, and I say, good on them, because they should have fucking listened to the people who knew what the fuck they were doing.
But but also the framework designed by Health Canada and the CRA was wrong. It's not the correct framework, right?
Totally wrong. The whole Cannabis Act is wrong.
Yeah. Oh well, there's legislation, but even just the taxing and the billing, it's just incorrect.
Yeah.
Well, even you know what, we are in the process of registering and inking and all that with CBG TV, right?
Yeah.
And so Al Graham, who is one of the founders, and my sister are working on, because she's our bookkeeper, trying to figure out what bank we can use. So we went to BMO because we had heard that BMO was usually pretty tolerant, and they said no. And that came, they said that came down from the head office too. No. And here's the thing though, CBG TV, the Cannabis Broadcasting Group, okay, is a group of broadcasters, not cannabis producers.
Yeah, but you got the C word in there.
Exactly, and that's what they said. It was the C word. So, asking our buddy Jack Lloyd, who will be on the show in the next couple of weeks, where does a cannabis business go for banking service? So he sent us to Alterna Savings, and we're going to look up them and try and see what they have to say. That's our next.
No, I've never heard of that group. I'll be straight up. I use Credit Union for Optimus.
Well, I'm going to send you the link because this is the place that.
Yeah, but it'll be interesting what the rates are, because usually
they're
when
high.
people are doing that, they're fucking
high.
you.
Yeah, they're high. Yeah.
And what BMO, the reason BMO came down is I think they were ones when we're doing a lot of LPs, but because so many LPs are fucking hurting for money and going default, their head office is like, get into the cannabis space, we're going to lose money and get burned. So that you're getting fucked out of that one. That's why they jumped out.
Yeah. Well, you know,
because they were BMO does have cannabis accounts. I'll be honest, Truro Cannabis is with BMO. But because so many LPs aren't paying bills and getting in trouble.
Yeah. They're balking. But we're not even in the business itself.
Oh, no. But again, they're not smart enough to distinguish it. If you just have the C word.
They've just started forcing banks to work with cannabis businesses in the States. I don't, it depends on which
is weird.
State
you know what
you're
the
in.
excuse in Canada is? Because they do business in the U.S. and it's federally illegal.
Yeah.
They can get in trouble. That's the excuse they'll use in Canada.
Yeah.
So,
You're annoying,
But
Cat,
it-
and you stink.
but also in Canada right now too, Al, is it's legit. There's a lot of cannabis LPs and companies in major trouble.
I know.
So as a bank, it's a huge risk to go into it. So, but the problem is,
It's a huge risk for them to hold money that we make.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
Well,
You
it's
know.
just to them, they just cut it right off.
Yeah.
It's a very stupid way
course
to
it
do
is.
business.
It
I
is.
think by the bank.
And it has to change.
Like-
It has to.
I was having trouble with Optimus just opening a bank account because I didn't get a loan. I spent
That's
it all
all
on my
we're
own money.
trying to do. We're trying to open. We have no
Yeah.
problems incorporating at all. None.
Yeah.
Paperwork's right
But you
there.
just-
You just have to fill it out. But then but a bank won't even talk to you until you've have a registered business.
Yeah.
And then if it has that C word in it, like we tried to pass it off as the co-op broadcasting group, but then we found out we can't use the word co-op when registering a co-op. So yeah.
There's some interesting weird rules in this business world, man.
I've never had to go through this, but this is my sister's business. I mean, she's been a bookkeeper for years and years and years, and now she's finding things that she's like, wow,
Well, Scotiabank, my pharmacy was Scotiabank over 12 years. They just said, "Oh, we can't do your cannabis business."
Well, you know what?
I'm a good client to them, right? And
I told my
there's a
sister
policy
the
I've
other
had,
day.
nope.
I told my sister the other day is, once you've figured out how to do this, register a business, set up a bank account for a cannabis business, people will hire you to do that. Because not many people are there, it's all public information out there, but it's like getting on fucking Roku. That's why they charge you $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 to do it. It's not easy. Trust me,
they make it
I've just
hard.
done it. It's not easy. There's a lot of scripting and fucking involved. But anyways, speaking of Roku, hi Roku people. Again.
Is it Roku or Roku?
Roku.
I like Roku better.
Roku.
Yeah. You don't have a Roku, Lenny?
No, I got a
Smart TV.
some smart TVs. I got a Fire Stick. Sorry, Roku. No offense. I just
If
don't
you've got
have
a
one.
Fire Stick, you'll have Roku on there.
Is Roku a device or an app?
It's an app.
I'm not
It's an
really
app.
good at this shit.
Roku's different. Roku is a device and an app.
Yeah, I just
and-
remember seeing it at
and a
like Best Buy
platform.
or something. Okay.
It's
Right?
a complete
Because they have-
broadcasting system. It's their own. It's
Right.
it's
So
a
what-
it's a TV network, is what it is.
Right. They have their own network or their own channel, the Roku channel, which is movies, shows, things like that.
And a lot of the big U.S. networks and Canadian networks are actually putting their feeds onto Roku because it's so easy to access.
Right. So Roku you just click to add apps.
Yep.
And you can go in and select literally thousands of apps.
Let's have an
Netflix,
example.
Paramount,
Do a search for
Disney.
CBG TV.
and CBG TV will be there.
Yep.
So I have
And
a
you can
Samsung
add
Smart
it.
TV. Would there be a Roku app on there?
There could be.
Should
Well,
be.
there could be a CBG TV on there.
Yep, could be.
Okay.
Yep.
But I do have Chrome Fire Stick or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
it's
I do
called.
as well.
Yeah.
It's
Or Amazon Fire
Amazon,
Stick.
yeah.
I guess there's the Chromecast.
Chromecast is Chromecast. Yeah, Chrome is
Yeah.
Chromecast.
All right.
And then Chromecast actually turns your TV into a smart TV. Anything from your computer or your laptop or your
Well, that's
device
why I got
goes
a
up
Fire
on it.
Stick. I had an
Yeah.
old. I wouldn't say old. It's not a smart TV. I just wanted Netflix on it.
Yeah. On smart
Although I
TVs
might be
these
getting rid of
days,
Netflix,
you
I'm
got
not sure- I'm
Roku,
not sure if
Fire
people-
Stick, all of those, Apple
We got rid
TV.
of that. We got rid of Netflix.
Did you dump it?
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about
Yeah.
to.
As soon as they stopped sharing passwords, we dumped them.
Not that I share my... I don't share my password with anybody, but I don't agree with that. I think that if you live in the same household, and that's from what I read, if you live in the same household, you should be able to share within the same household, you know. But they don't even they don't even allow you to do that. I cannot load up something on two different computers or on two different devices in the house.
Yeah, you can, but you got to pay extra.
Yeah, I'm not doing it
to add that other one.
Darcy, you're clicking.
You just assume it's Darcy always.
Well, Darcy, if Darcy is clicking, Darcy can't hear it because Darcy's phone's plugged in, so I don't lose you guys. But that's why I had you on mute.
Well, now I don't hear the clicking. Oh, now I hear the clicking. All right, just hang on. We'll see who it is. Make it so that whoever's talking goes big.
So when my... So I have a daughter in St. FX University. So I have, I guess, whatever the premium Netflix is. Was it? I don't even know what I pay.
I pay $9.99, I think, for one person, and I have SD streaming or something like that.
So if she goes back to college this week and can't get Netflix, I'm canceling it. But if she can watch Netflix, I'll keep it.
Well, you know what?
Yeah,
I'll be honest. I am thoroughly.
That's what I'm going on the impression with.
I am thoroughly enjoying Amazon Prime TV.
Well, she has Prime. Well, listen,
I enjoy Prime.
Prime and Disney are going to fucking make some money because everyone's going to.
They've just added.
So is Paramount, because Paramount is coming out. They've got a lower price, awesome selection.
That new one you told me about is Paramount.
I'd love to be at the meeting of that Netflix guys, CEOs, and like, who came up with this fucking theory or idea?
Especially when their advertisement used to be that sharing was caring.
Yeah, no,
like passwords. Now now we're going to charge you because you shared your passwords.
Well, what you can say is like, listen, the simplest thing is you're allowed to have X amount of things on with one account. Like, I would make it 4. Doesn't matter where you're at, you're allowed 4.
Yeah.
It used to be however many you wanted. It they did hadn't.
What I'm waiting for is to see how it ends up for them in the end. If this
they're gonna lose. That's what I'm saying. They ain't gonna win.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people I know have dumped them right away. So.
Yeah. No, they're gonna lose. Like, as I say, I like, who in the fuck came up with this strategy? Like, there's no way to win.
Yeah. No, for nobody. I mean, it just makes you not want to use the service. There are, you see, if it was just Netflix, I could see them. It's like pharmacies. The pharmacy here charges a dispensing fee because there's no other competition, right? But if there was another pharmacy,
all pharmacies charge a dispensing.
No,
pharmacies charge a dispensing fee.
In Ontario, anyways.
No.
Listen to what I'm. Stop talking and let me finish. The pharmacy that I went to in Toronto. Yes, you want to call it copay. You can call it copay, but
call it copay.
They call it a fee. Okay, they stopped charging because another pharmacy opened up down the road. Here in Terrace Bay, there's only one pharmacy within 50 kilometers, right? So they can charge whatever they want. So they charge a copay fee, where if there was another pharmacy in town, they probably wouldn't. Is all I'm getting at. Right?
Maybe, unless the other one also decided to charge the dispensing fee.
Well, the smart thing that would happen here anyways, like in the city, is one usually boxed down and gets rid of the dispensing fee. That's always been my experience. Like if you've got 3 Shoppers Drug Marts in a row, they're not going to charge you a dispensing fee because you're just going to go to Pharma Plus. You know what I mean? Do you guys charge a dispensing fee, Len?
What every pharmacy charges a dispensing fee. What you're talking about is a copay.
Okay.
So some people like Walmart and Costco waive the copay because they actually don't give a fuck if they make money in the pharmacy. They're making money and you buying bullshit off their shelves.
Everything else, yeah.
So for most pharmacies to stay open, basically they got to charge, I'll just pick a round number, $10 a prescription's what they're charging. Yeah, that's what they live off. And you're, what are you, what's it called in Ontario? Something, health care or something like that.
ODSP.
So,
ODSP.
Whatever
it's under
called.
ODSP,
whatever it's called.
Or are you talking about OHIP?
Whatever
is
it is.
Ontario
or
Hospital
Blue Cross.
Insurance.
Say Blue Cross will pay up to $6. I'm just picking another round number.
Yeah.
So the pharmacy either has the choice of, do they throw $4 out the window, or charge to the consumer,
well,
or the
you
patient?
know,
and some places do, and some don't. So
pharmacies now are the new restaurants, like Kmart used to have the restaurant right in the store, but it was at the back of the store to get you through, to walk through the whole store. Now they have McDonald's at the front. They don't do that, but they used to want you to walk through the whole store. I remember.
Shoppers still do.
Do they? Okay.
Oh, if you go to a Shoppers. Where do you think, what's the first?
I don't go into a Shoppers. There's no Shoppers within 100 kilometers around here.
Who's been to a Shoppers? What's the first section you walk through?
Food. No, cosmetics.
Makeup.
Cosmetics.
Right on. The highest margin fucking shit in the place.
Yeah.
So, pharmacy.
Every Shoppers
does it, not necessarily all targeting to the cosmetics at pharmacies, but Shoppers does it. London Drugs does it.
Yeah.
Lawton's does it.
Yeah, you all go through.
Jean Coutu does it. I mean, all of the big.
They're trying
stores.
to get you to buy.
The only ones that don't do it.
America.
Lennie's store doesn't do it.
When I worked at Eaton's Yorkdale,
you walk in the Lennie's store, all you can get is drugs.
When I worked at Eaton's Yorkdale, I was in charge of the cosmetics department and the children's wear department, all the stock, right?
Yeah.
And it was by far the busiest departments in the store, because the minute you walk in, it's all cosmetics, a whole fucking floor of it.
Yeah.
You know, and then women's wear, and then children's wear, and then blah blah blah, and that's where the funnel is, right?
Yeah, but the big chain box stores still do that.
They want you to keep you in the store, so the restaurant's down in the basement, on the basement level. So that they want you, and then down there in the basement level, you've got your restaurant, and then you've got your games, and then you've got your munchies, and then you've got your groceries, and it was always like that, you know.
We also have
Ed's Warehouse was great for funneling people.
Grocery stores, Al.
What's that?
Our Sobeys and our superstores also have pharmacies.
Yeah, now they do. Yeah,
they're always usually located in the store,
and they're the ones that drive you in.
Never located near the but Walmart pharmacies are never located near a door.
Nope, they're always in the center or at the back. Yeah, or beside McDonald's.
It's smart because they're not making a killing they're
not making any money off the pharmaceuticals,
but be making much of anything.
That's what's bringing you into the store.
They're making a little money, but
that's what's bringing you into the store, and you have to go through all of their other departments to get there.
That's right.
Right. Like that's what they used to do at Eaton's, at the old Eaton's store on Yonge Street. I'm talking about, right? They wanted you to go all the way up to the top floor and work your way down, and then you know. They know that there's a lot of, back then, we're talking the 60s and 70s, there's a lot of moms with their kids, they're traveling. So let's put the games and the toy area in the center beside the restaurant,
for sure.
So mom and dad can go have a coffee while the kids are running around in the games area. That's what we used to do.
Even my store in the mall, I did the same thing.
Christmas was a whole goddamn floor.
But in my store, what I did is my service counter was at the back of the store, so you had to go through the store, and people, when they walk in a door, for the most part, turn right. So you tunnel people to where you want them to go. So as soon as they come in, they turn right, so they're basically going down through the store,
and that's why
and seeing everything.
That's why if you
look
turn
at
left,
a Walmart
you're
or
going to go through faster.
Home Hardware or Kent, how they get you to the cash. It's almost like a fucking aisle versus shit to pick off the shelf now.
Yep.
Like it's a corral.
Yep.
Dollar store is a really good example of that one.
Walmart's the same way.
Yeah, they all are.
Yeah, Walmart's doing the same thing.
Walmart's in the process of removing all of their customer service people and stuff. It's all going to be auto checkout.
Well,
right, and I find that takes longer. You know.
Yeah, especially for the people that don't know how to do it. Or
the Walmart in Thunder Bay. Well, there's a few of them, but the one that I've been to, the bigger one, is they have no customer service people except for one lady that's monitoring 30 machines, and she can't keep up. Yet you look over down the way, but 150 feet maybe down the way, and there's a whole other block of machines, and they're closed because the one lady can't take care of 80 machines. She can't even do 30 or 40. It's crazy.
So they have a hard time getting people to work, or what?
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, but right now what it is they know people are stealing the odd thing, but by the time they pay all the staff and all that shit, they still come out ahead. The analytics those fuckers have is unreal.
Yeah, Walmart's got a very poor loss prevention program.
We just got a refund from Best Buy.
Of how much it costs.
Yes,
they sell so much
they
shit.
Don't
they
care.
Don't care.
We just got.
It's a matter of how much it costs, how much they're losing, versus how much they're actually making.
I bought some ink cartridges for my my printer before I moved, and it never showed up. It never showed up, and my sister just told from Best Buy. Mail order.
Oh, yeah.
And my sister just told me today that she finally got a refund for that.
Oh, really?
Yep. And I'm still waiting for my kitty litter box from China. Although the Canada Post is involved now. So.
What do you mean kitty litter box?
I ordered an electric kitty litter box. It cleans it and puts it into a little pouch, and then you take the bag and throw it away. And well, because I've got to be really careful with Steven because of his urinary issues, right? So I ordered that before Christmas. It's been delivered twice, once going to Newfoundland and the last one going to Quebec. I walked into the post office the other day. They asked me about it. They said that they called and they wanted to ask some questions and stuff, so I answered their questions. Still haven't got it, but every time I email the company, it's being expedited. Please have some patience, sir. That's what I get.
Right? That's probably the only English he knows.
Probably, yeah. It's all scripted, right? So
what happens when you get this thing and the cat's scared to death of it? Because that has happened to people with those things.
Oh, I'm sure.
The cat gets so scared of this thing working that it never goes near the damn thing.
Well, we'll find out. It'll be gifted if he doesn't like it.
Yeah, let's hope your cat can use it.
I hope he can too, because it's supposed to be very. I was going to get the pretty litter as well, because I have to. His fucking food is $100 a fucking month, for God's sakes.
I've been. You want to try feeding a horse, or in my case, the dog.
Rose's is only like.
I've heard
40.
Some mixed reviews about the pretty litter.
Yeah, me too.
And I don't know if I don't know. I don't know if I believe them or not.
He just doesn't know.
I just don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't have a cat anymore, so I'm not worried about it. I won't have a cat again.
Well, I said I'd never say never, because I said I would never have a cat again. And hello, Stephen, how are you?
Oh, no. I can say never. This cat was here when I got here.
After Stephen goes, there will not be any other cats in my house. No. I love Steven. He's an awesome cat, but he howls all night long because he's bored. And if you don't feed him when he wants food, you're in trouble.
When I moved here, there was 2 cats. They were here that were sisters, and they looked almost identical. And I couldn't tell them apart, so to me, they were just fucking cats.
The sisters were identical, or the cats?
The cat. Well, no, the cats. Yeah. Sorry. When I got here, there was 2 cats that were identical. That were sisters.
Okay.
Let's put it that way. Eventually, one of them died, or it didn't die because there was coyote tracks in the yard, so we kind of know that it was probably taken. So we had one. Then, for some reason, they showed up with another one that they thought would be a great indoor cat, except it was a barn cat and didn't really like being indoors. Wow. Until it ate the tops off all of my plants.
Oh, boy.
Then it became an outdoor cat. So he would come in and eat and then go back outside. And he kind of loved it, but then never came back.
Steven has discovered that he can open the basement door and go downstairs because it's not latching correctly. I got to fix that. But and so he goes downstairs and he rummages.
The other cat used to go in and out. Like,
yes, no, Steven doesn't. He wants to go outside, but he doesn't go outside. He stays in.
Oh, no. Ours, we kind of had to because he'd drive us nuts if you didn't. Or she. And I mean, she was a great cat, but she was going out.
Yeah, you say that
constantly.
now.
The other cat was going nuts.
You say that now.
No, I mean, as far as cats go, I've never been a cat person, right? So, for me, as far as cats go, it used to talk to me. It loved me because it was always on me and getting scratched and stuff like that. I was never mean to the cat. I'm not mean to any animal. But
just people.
Well, yeah, I don't like people. You've heard that saying that the more people I meet, the more I like my dog. Yeah, well, I really like my dog.
I love my dog.
Yeah. Yep. Animals, for the most part, are innocent.
Nah, I don't know.
And it's their actions, except for cats. Cats are just evil.
Well,
right?
Steve,
cats will do things just out of spite.
Sometimes, yeah, he does it just stare. No. He stares at me and he's like, I'm like, Steven, stop that. And he's like, I said, stop. And he gets louder.
Yeah, because they're evil. They're annoying. And they'll also, if you are at home alone and you die, they're pretty much going to eat your eyeballs. So that's always a pleasant thought.
There you go. Have fun. Have fun with that, Steven.
Marcel.
I also read a book years ago, and I mean, even then, I was never a fan of cats.
There's a reason why we have a disclaimer, and that's it right there.
Right, but the book is called Feral, and it's about feral cats. Years later, after reading that book, I worked for animal control, and part of my job was to go to some areas like back a spry field and collect feral cats. I am not a fan of cats, and I will never be a fan of cats, only because of that book and actually seeing how feral cats.
Well, that's
can
like
be.
Clowns. It did it for me. That's it.
Clowns don't bother me.
Nope.
I'd go out and hug a clown.
I know people who would attack somebody if they came in as a clown, just instantly.
And I don't. Yeah, but I don't hug a lot of people. But I'd go out and hug a clown.
Just to piss people off.
No, just to scare the shit out of the clown.
Wow, there's a lot of coughing and smoking going on.
Hey.
Big clouds of smoke. Hey.
You can buy an ounce of Tweed's Kush mints right now and support all them workers for $129.
Well, let's get on it right now. Let me get my credit card.
Is that going to keep them there?
No.
Yeah. Because they're still losing their jobs.
Yeah, true enough.
Right?
Do we need to pee yet?
That's just money that Tweed gets to keep.
Where's that at, Darcy? OCS or NSLC?
NSLC. I was just looking at the price of their ounces.
You told me to put Len on full, and then he shuts his camera off, and we've been watching Lenny's
I'll
little
be honest,
thing
I'm lying down on my bed. My back was hurting.
I
didn't say put them on full.
You did.
No, I said put it on so that whoever's talking was making that clicking noise would be up front and center.
Well, that was this guy right here.
That's what I thought, because after he muted his mic, he stopped.
Yeah. Well, it's not clicking now, is it, Marcel?
Not at all.
Here's the problem.
What were you doing, Darcy?
So, Darcy, here's the problem. That $129 ounce. This is why I said the government, provinces, and everyone's going to talk. How much do you think Tweed's taking home per gram?
Well, considering they're only paying $4.64, you're only paying $4.64. So you do the math. Yeah,
I know the answer.
They're getting that's like $1 a gram. They're losing money.
Yes, and that's the problem. And not
because I'll tell you,
black market.
It's cost them a hell of a lot more than $1 a gram to grow it.
I was just going to ask you, Len. What? Okay, on the average, what does it cost Truro to grow 1 ounce? Do you know those kind of stats?
I won't give the exact number.
Of course not.
But it's just assume good indoor weed. Just assume it could range from anywhere from a low end $1.75 to a high end $2.25. How about that?
Because what I'm seeing,
maybe $2.30.
What I'm seeing when I look at on OCS and other legal sites. Okay, the store here in town, I look there. It tells you the gram, how much per gram now. And it's usually below, I'm finding for the strains that I'm getting anyways, below $3. $4. Yes. Like $3.40, something like that. That's the normal around there. But now but then if you go into the lower THC levels, here's my point. The lower the THC, the lower price you're going to pay per gram at the legal stores anyways. Yeah. But yet, I'm finding the lower amounts of THC strains are working for me better than the high THC strains that couch lock me.
Listen, you buy what's the best value for you.
And that's my point. Yeah. I don't mind the $100 ounce. I don't mind the $25 ounce when they come along. It's something
different.
But
the lower THC strain has all the other cannabinoids that you're getting.
Hello.
That's probably why
and this is what I tell people all the time. I'm trying to educate some of the kids up here, right? My friends' kids, right? Yeah. Who just, hey, I'll smoke that. Oh, I'm really stoned, man. But yet they complain they've got pain issues or they it's getting their brain going too much. And so I'm trying to explain to them that you need to try different strains. It's not just about it. Now in 2023, it's not just about what your buddy down the road has. Okay? There's lots of options, is my point. But you got to look at the strains.
If you need it for something for a medical purpose, then you've got to look at different strains and use a strain that works for you, or not necessarily the strain, but also the method.
Medicate yourself.
Get fined totally on just topicals. Some people like ingestion. Some people like smoking. It's a matter of.
I like it all.
I buy weed myself basically off taste.
But I and buzz.
Obviously, you gotta like how it feels, but for the most part, it's the taste.
White Widow, I won't touch it. Taste or nothing. I know what it does to me.
Like Truro Cannabis, Truro G. I don't like the gassiness of it. Don't like it.
I'm not big on diesel.
Darcy does.
Some of the diesel smelling strains, I'm not big on.
Yeah, me neither. But wedding mints like that vanilla creamy sweetness to it, fucking love it.
See, I find wetting mint makes everything in my mouth taste like metal. But that's just
I've had strains like that as well, Darcy.
But I
So
like
you just
it.
buy
It's
what
a
you
very good
buy
strain.
what you like.
Well,
it relaxes me. I like the strain. I just find it makes my mouth, gives me a metal taste in my mouth. That's
I
just
should go over and get some mac and cheese next week for the
Now
show.
mac and cheese, it's not a bad taste, but what I like about it is the high. It's like it lasts a long time, but doesn't rip my head off.
Well, I'm gonna go.
Nope.
I'll
I just
go over and get
I
some
like
next week. Try it.
But if you ask me taste, I like wedding mint the most. Like so, it's actually right now my favorite taste is citrus skunk.
Actually, Lenny, I gotta say, the best one that I like so far that came out that we grew was Call Me Crazy is the pancakes that you have on.
I haven't tried it yet. Actually, I heard it's good.
I really like it, man. I don't know what it is with that pancakes and that batch of secret that you got on your menu at Optimus too. That batch is amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, Lenny.
Oh, I guess hidden pastry. That's what it is. Yeah, the hidden pastry.
You
Which
might
is
like
a
this
pheno
one.
of secret, Darcy.
What's that?
Which is a pheno of secret is what hidden pastry is. It's another pheno.
Yeah, I knew. I just wanted to call.
Oh
it
yeah,
by its
but
name.
I'm just telling people straight up, like it's just a different pheno of it. Yeah.
But it's really nice. I really like that one. I really want to try the monkey business, but there's only 3.5s left. I was going to grab an ounce, but I noticed they were all gone.
Yeah, I'm trying to get more of that one.
I noticed. I pay close attention to your menu, so I kind of find what strains people kind of buy up mostly. And
what was the strain that you said you like, Lenny?
The wedding mint.
What I got of citrus skunk.
Yes, that is a nice one, Lenny.
I'm growing Critical Orange Punch this year.
Oh yeah,
which is a skunky citrus flavor with a hash aroma.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be honest, citrus skunk is actually one strain that Truro actually procured a little bit because we were looking for something that we knew to fill in a gap for while we had a new strain coming out.
Yeah,
I love it. It was a nice little small lot we bought from Micro in BC. It's beautiful.
Nice. It's a nice sativa for you, Marcel.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. It's Granddaddy Purps crossed with Orange Bud.
Yeah. But back to Al's original point, it's like it's not all about like it's just what you like. But it's again, there's just because a weed is cheap in price doesn't mean it's no good. It's usually could be older, could be smaller buds, could be
everybody's different, and you get when you're grooming your plants. Like Lori used to leave the sugar leaf on her buds because she wanted more.
Yeah, but how well is trimmed? There's another way, right?
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's just
right. But see, when it comes to trimming, I do two trimmings. You do show trimmings, which are your top colas and your nice fancy buds, and then I do rough trimming, which is got all the sugar leaf on it. Because I'm going to use all of that instead of just trimming it all and then having bags of trim. I'll have partially trimmed. Run it through, but just run it through the trimmers, but just leave a lot of that sugar leaf still intact.
I don't mind a little sugar leaf, but I've had people look at me going like, "What the fuck is this shit?" But and then they smoke it as, "Hey, that's not bad."
Well, I mean, it's great. It's great if you want to smoke it, but I mean, I'm going to use it for extracts, right?
Yes.
So for me, it's perfect. It's the best of both worlds.
But I'm not, I'm also not. Like I'm also not trimming for anybody but me.
Yeah.
And I don't care if it's a little long because when I go to roll it, if it's still too long when I go to roll it, I'll break it off and throw it in the ashtray.
Actually, I'll tell you guys, Darcy Brothers, this one. We have a blend pre-roll coming out in NSLC in probably a couple months. Not nickname. It's called Stinky Sticks. but you know what? Like a joint, like a half gram joint, it's going to be $4.50 at NSLC.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For a half gram joint,
a 3-pack will be $12.
Wow!
But no particular strains.
It's good. No, it's just good. It's going to be a blend of the smalls.
A lot of people are doing that. A lot of I noticed that a lot of the shops are doing that. Yeah,
but that's the beauty of it, right? Like there's
see,
the less desirables, but like it's.
I want to go back to the smalls thing and the appealing.
It's
I
stupid.
love smalls.
It is.
That's what I usually buy is smalls.
Right, but I don't know. It's the mindset that people have that I want all of those big buds.
Okay, so go get a pink Kush and spend $120 an ounce, or go get a pink Kush smalls and spend $50. Because nobody wants the small buds; they want the big buds. There's no stems usually.
Yeah, but I sat with somebody who is actually in this industry, and I gave him a bag, and I said, "Check this out." And his first question was where's all the big buds? Where's all the stems? I said, "Why would you want the stems?" "Oh, I like the stems." He said, "I like seeing those
the stems."
He likes seeing those big stems, those buds with nice big stems. I don't know, but you know them.
Well, I'm not sure why.
And I said, if I gave you 10 grams of bud, one bud that weighed 10 grams, that one stem is going to weigh 3 grams.
Yeah.
Right? So you're only getting 7 grams of bud, but if I give you 10 grams of small bud, you're getting 10 grams of bud.
That's right.
But no, I still like them with the nice big stems and the big buds.
Oh, it's a weird egotistical.
Yep.
Now, in theory, and there is
since you know him, and I don't have to divulge them, all I have to do is I can say that he also will not smoke any joint that anybody else has rolled.
Yeah, but you're like that with some things too, Marcel.
But only one other person.
Oh yeah, no.
There's one other person though that rolled a joint for that fella. He smoked it.
There's a small there.
But
that's
there
a
is
small.
Also like, but there is slight truth. Doesn't mean it's any different. But technically, those bigger buds are usually on the top, and there is a little bit of a THC difference top of the plant versus the bottom. But here's my part: if I ground them all up and gave you 4 fucking joints,
you wouldn't know the
tell
fucking
you which
difference.
one was what. Exactly.
Yeah.
But there's and this, don't take this word as bad for him, like snob, like the connoisseur, like it's them trying to grade the wine, guys.
Yeah, it's like
doesn't matter.
15
and
hold on a second.
Bottle of wine will still
hold on.
Be drunk.
There's a whiff of pine, and some ginger, and there's some lanolin. It's like, fuck off.
Yes.
Drink your fucking wine and smoke your doobie and shut the fuck up.
But that.
But if you're judging in a cannabis cup,
fair enough.
But that's
I'm talking about in general, Marcel.
But I mean, the same thing with whiskey tasting, beer tasting, wine tasting, anything.
The only thing that I don't like is a hard, dry bud that goes instantly to powder.
That's me too. I like lots of squishy and moist.
I like squishy. I'd rather have puffy than hard.
You know what?
Yeah.
Those nice dry buds like that make amazing concentrates.
Yeah, but I'm talking about rolling.
Yeah, but
they're hard to roll because they fall apart.
Nothing worse than lighting a joint. The whole thing is one giant flame until it hits your lips.
You know what I did today? I ran out. My lighter died, and I had to find my other lighter, and I couldn't find it. So I broke open the top. Like you do, you get those last few fires out of it. And I put it down on the table, and then I looked down, and the fucking thing's still on fire and fucking light on it, and I burned my table and burned right through my mat and everything. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but Al, there is some categories in cannabis, and probably it's the 8th, the 3.5 gram.
Yeah,
that's the category for the snooty connoisseur.
They're not buying an ounce at a time. They're buying an 1/8 or even a half an 1/8.
It's an experience to them. That's a different. Like it's the Like they're looking at the color, the shape, the smell.
Yeah, no. I'm looking at the.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm looking at the buzz. I'm looking at the buzz, and does it take
100%.
my pain away? Does it make my head spin? Does it make me think too much? That's what I'm looking at.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it's not that anyone's right or wrong. It's just
everybody's different.
Different segments.
I'm a medical patient. I'm a medical cannabis user. I'm not saying that I only smoke medical cannabis because there's nothing different.
Yeah.
Okay. What I'm saying is, I'm not just looking at, is this a Kush? Oh, I like Kush. Because I don't mind Kush, but I don't want to be couch locked. I want to be alert. I want to, not fall asleep while I'm having a conversation with somebody. And in order to do things like that and pick and choose your buzz or your medication levels, you have to look at not just THC and CBD, right? This is what I try to explain to the kids up here. You got to look at, if you want to use it as a medicine, then you have to look at the CBNs and the CBGs and the blah, 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 blah. How many are there now? There's over 100 now. There was only 40 when we started doing this shit.
Bullshit. There was over 100 then.
I'm sure there was.
I think it should make it goal in life to memorize every cannabinoid bud.
Well, you know what? You know the alphabet, don't you?
Yeah. That's pretty much. Well, no. There's a lot of cannabinoids that have some really wonderful names and numbers.
I'm seeing
associated.
That. Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
But in the end, like, nobody knew the THC of any weed before, right?
Yeah.
No.
When you were smoking Acapulco Gold in the 70s, you were smoking Acapulco Gold in the 70s from brick weed that was brought up from Mexico. When you were smoking Jamaican pot in the 70s, you were smoking brick weed that was brought up from fucking Jamaica.
Maybe in Ontario. It was hard for us to get brickweed in Nova Scotia.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, we still got brickweed, but your choices were homegrown. We could get Colombian, but it wasn't brickweed because it came in on the boats. Jamaican, Acapulco. What were some of the other ones?
And now the young kids are like, Acapulco, what?
Yeah.
Isn't that a place in Mexico?
I've reached out to somebody to come on as a guest and I'm not going to say his name on there until he says he's willing to come, because he's actually revitalizing a lot of those strains now.
Cool.
And putting them back out into the market in the form of seeds. But I'm hoping he'll agree to come on and chat with us about it.
Well, that brings me to the point of, if you do want to come on the show, hey, just let us know. We're always open to have a conversation. Sometimes we have a conversation. Sometimes we just stare at each other and go.
Hey, play the Darcy music.
All right. We'll be right back. Oh, which one? Oh, yeah, okay.
Are you a cannabis content creator? Are you looking for a place to have your content seen? If you answer yes to both questions, then you need to check out cbgtv.com.
Oh, come on.
Hey, this is Cheech. And this is Chong. And you're listening to Lifestyle Radio. What is it? Lifestyle Radio. Say it one more time. 420 Radio? Woo!
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
Are you an... Oh, come on.
What?
Sorry. Never mind. I'm going to play this again. Damn it. You ready? They're not even listening.
Can you hear my TV in the background?
Yes, we can.
Hey, this is Cheech. And this is Chong. And you're listening to Lifestyle Radio. What is it? Lifestyle Radio. Say it one more time. 420 Radio? Woo!
Actually, I was on mute. How could you hear me?
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
Are you an independent musician? How would you like to have your songs played on hundreds of radio stations just like the one you're listening to right now? Join MusicSubmit.com and we'll promote your music to radio stations and blogs in your genre. It's free to set up your account, and we guarantee your music will be considered for airplay by radio stations worldwide. Why not sign up today? It's free. MusicSubmit.com. Radio promotion for indie musicians.
This is how we grow the weed.
There you go, Darcy. I love doing that to him.
Hi, Al.
All right, what growing tips are we going to hear tonight, Darcy?
I'm just going to blab on about just some stuff that I've been dealing with through the week.
Oh, what have you been dealing with through the week?
A grow room that was in dire need of some TLC. Meaning the grower walked away from it after he realized that he had a little bit of powder mildew in there, and he didn't realize how to get rid of it.
So how do you? That's a really good thing to know, because a lot of people deal with that. I dealt with it, and I washed my plants every day. That's how I dealt with it.
Wash them with what?
Water.
My number one way to get rid of it would be to buy yourself a jug of Xeritol, but you need a pesticide license and a pesticide app. You need a pesticide license to buy it, and you need a pesticide license to apply it. So, but Xeritol, it's made by BioSafe Systems. It's a really good product. That's what I recommend. But what I'm using right now is Dr. Doom's 420 formula. It's a 3-in-1 product. It's a miticide, an insecticide, and a fungicide all in one. It comes concentrated. You mix 20 mils per liter. Spray every 7 days.
Has it got neem oil in it?
No, canola.
Canola oil? Okay.
Yeah. But see, the good thing is these plants are still in veg. So I can take as long as I want. I can take as long as I want with them, per se, till I know that the infection or the disease is eradicated fully before you dare push them into flower. So, but yeah, I've been dealing with that.
It's a lot easier to take care of a veg plant than it is a flowering plant.
I mean, there's multiple ways to do that. One thing is make sure that the pots don't get too dried out or they're not too wet. If your soil's happy medium, you should never ever have powder mildew in the room.
I'm seeing a lot of articles about what to do about powdery mildew, and a lot of articles on how to wash your buds, like I did, a while back.
Well, it's a big problem now, because you got a lot of people sharing clones and plants around, and if a lot of people don't have a sweet fucking clue what they're looking for on that plant, and you're passing that around, well, it's just like a dirty hooker. She gets passed around, everyone gets infected. So
you slut.
But so you gotta set up a good IPM regimen before you even head into the game. So, but here's the other thing too: just because you cleaned up the disease on the plants, don't mean that it's not in the room. You got to clean that room too.
So
that's why something like Xeritol does work good, because you can spray down the entire room.
Can I just, when I'm cleaning my room down, like after I've built it, I want to clean it down, obviously. So can I use a peroxide and water mixture?
35% peroxide and water mixture.
All right. So basically the same mixture that I use to wash my plants.
Nope. Stronger.
No?
You're
Stronger.
only 3.5.
Okay. Yeah, it was just one bottle.
Mixture, Al.
Okay.
So you have to go out and get stronger peroxide.
You can buy it on Amazon.
Okay.
It's 35% peroxide, hydrogen peroxide. It's stronger. Like when you open it up, you get it on your skin's going to turn instantly white.
There's another thing that you can do if you've got a feed store or something like that. We can buy gallon jugs of farm grade vinegar.
Yes, we can, yeah.
So you can actually, if you've got a spider mite infestation,
vinegar's good for
then
that.
after you get your plants out, you spray down your room with this vinegar, and it'll dry out and kill the eggs.
God, I hope that shit doesn't happen, for fuck's sakes.
But that's the thing, Al, is you have to treat every surface, every little nook and cranny in that room now, because if you don't, you're just defeating the purpose.
All it takes is one.
To cure that problem.
All it takes is one thing to start.
Now, after hearing that, do you understand why I say wrap the entire room, including the floor, with Panda plastic? Yep. And that reason being is you prevent all those nooks and crannies, and you can spray down the entire room.
Yeah, and I got that right from the beginning. That's why I said if there's enough left, I will do the floor as well.
Yeah, that's why grow tents make good places to grow for beginners, because it's an easier place to contain and clean.
That's why I'm going to use the tent for Mom. Keep her healthy.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
Yep.
No,
that's all I use my tent for is to grow a couple mothers to get ready to go outdoors. So I have babies for outdoors.
Same here.
Right. So
well, the paint that I got for the floor is a sealer paint, and it fights mold and all that stuff.
But you got to remember too, when spraying them plants, Al.
The water has stuff in it and stuff, but I'm just saying, like, as far as it's got an antibacterial crap.
Yeah,
it stinks like fucking shit.
But what I was saying is when you're spraying your plants down to if you got an outbreak, is that you spray them down till they're saturated. You want them good and dripping, both underside and top side of the leaf stalks.
Well, that's what I was doing because I started getting the powdery mildew in the greenhouse. So every day I was going out and with the shower thing on my hose thing, and like just drenching them down, and because it's not going to hurt them, right? But I was very careful not to leave the leaves in the thing there when to create more mold, and I watched it, like it was draining and not just sitting there at the top pooling, and it worked. I mean, I found maybe a handful of buds that were starting to rot, right? So I basically caught it.
Holy shit, I didn't realize that. Where's my charging cord?
Uh-oh.
I wasn't even charging my fucking phone. 18%.
You'd think after 3 years of doing this, he'd know what he was doing by now.
Well, no, I usually have I had a good computer. I had a good run with a good computer for a while there, Al.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
So,
am I there, Al?
Yeah, you're here.
Okay. Just because it said your audio and blah, blah, blah is not working, so that's why I wanted to make sure. It was lying to me.
I'm looking forward to finding out what happens in this room, but by the same token, I'm a little nervous.
You'll be all right. Just take your time and baby steps, Al. I mean, you don't need to grow yourself 10 pounds your first grow.
Oh, no. I'm like, I'm adamant to keep it to 4 plants at a time so that I'm not overstressing myself.
4 plants at a time should give you, once you get onto it good, between 1 and 2 pounds, and fuck that should smoke you every 60 days.
You think? If it doesn't, I've got an issue.
Well, some days might get a little more stressful than others, and you're going to take some of it to make butter or to make hash or an oil. So, I mean, that when you're doing extracts, it eats up your pound pretty quick.
Yep. And I'm gonna start squishing again. I brought the squisher upstairs, so I'm gonna start squishing again for myself.
Yeah,
and
I squished some the other night.
Well, I've been putting FICO into my shatterizer, and it's a little bit much. When you're out and about shopping and you're sitting in the car for a minute having some medicine, and you go all buzzed in on FICO. I mean, it's Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's not distillate.
No, it's or nor is it shatter.
No, it's got some lasting effects to it, Al.
Yeah.
But no.
So powdery mildew. Powdery mildew. That's your answer. Is Xeritol and.
Well, that's my answer.
Okay.
But now,
is that a natural product?
What's
No.
that?
It's not a natural product.
No, not if you need a pesticide license.
Pesticide course, yeah.
Okay, so what natural products are there?
Go online. The reason you need the pesticide course is because it's got. Here, I'll tell you the active. It's because of the active ingredient. They're classified as a chemically organic company or something. Here, just one second. Right there. BioSafe Systems. Right here, Al. You watch this. I'm going to send this to you. Copy. No, I don't want to win free popcorn.
Oh, I'd like some popcorn.
I'd like some popcorn.
I can't eat popcorn anymore.
Burger Week here in Truro.
I can't eat.
For the it's a 2-week thing. And
Burger Week.
Week 2.
Yeah, I'm actually upset that it's 2 weeks, Darcy, because you don't call something a week and make it 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know. They just figure they could raise a little more extra money for the homeless for the food bank.
Oh, right. No offense. They're not raising money for the homeless. They're raising money for themselves.
Let me pull this up here.
We know this, considering the burger and fry plate starts at like $16.99.
That's what I'm getting at.
Where am I looking, Darcy? Products. What am I looking for, Darcy?
Go down to fungicides.
Fungicides.
Up.
There we go.
Up. There you go.
I have had 2 burgers too, Darcy. Well, I haven't been so impressed yet.
Which one you thinking, Darcy?
Where'd you try them
you
from?
Scroll down to the bottom.
I won't shit on the places. They weren't awful.
I don't want you to shit on them.
They just weren't that great.
So this is what we're looking at,
yeah,
right?
but they have different things on them, so it may have been something that you just weren't fond of yourself.
No, the burger just wasn't that good. It was more the hamburger.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
Sucks.
I just thought it wasn't that great a burger. And
was it the guy that overcooks his?
No, it wasn't his yet.
Hey guys.
Okay.
Can we go back to Xeritol?
Sure.
Okay. Darcy.
Yeah, we're looking at.
It's not me
right
cracking, but this is really. I can barely hear you guys. You guys are really cracky.
It is you cracking.
It's you, Darcy.
It is you, Darcy.
Fucking piece of shit iPhone. Fuck you, iPhone. But Xeritol, see, it's a broad spectrum spray. It's a bactericide and a fungicide.
Okay.
It's a peroxide based.
It's not just for weed. It's primarily for anything that you ingest, right?
Yeah. Well, see, how do you fucking say that word, Marcel? Parasitic acid. Is that how you say that? Parasitic acid.
I don't know. I don't see where you're reading that.
Right above the tomatoes.
The active ingredient.
Well, that screen's too small for me. Hang on. Let me make this whole thing bigger.
Sucks when you get old, don't it?
No. All right. Where
see,
am I
look,
reading
there's cannabis.
I see it just fine.
Parasitic, yeah.
Pracetic acid. Parasitic.
Peroxyacidic.
Ah.
Peroxyacidic, yeah.
So it's got peroxide and acid.
But it is
formulated for the homeowner and hobby grower.
Yes, but it is OMRI listed certified, so that's organic, right?
Right. Well, no.
It says it's pet and wildlife and people safe.
Yeah, with no toxic residues and a 0-day pre-harvest interval.
Yeah.
So you can spray your plants the day you harvest them, according to this.
And it kills on contact, and it fucking well does.
It gives homeowners a peace of mind as it's safe for people, pets, and wildlife. Yet, people can't buy it without a pesticide license.
Yeah, which you can.
Yeah, but homeowner. Yeah, but do you think people want to go and take that course just to be able to use this one product in their home that is told to be safe for people, pets, and wildlife?
See, I like to be able to buy it and just sell it to you, but I've only found one place in Nova Scotia that sells it, and that's Halifax Seed.
And it's a no residue disinfectant.
Do you remember when it was back when if you posted a picture of cannabis, you had a real threat of getting arrested? You remember those days?
We've come a long way. Get my screen.
See, because you can spray everything with this. After you spray your plants, you can spray your work areas, your walkways, your floors, your walls, your fan blades, your water systems, your coolers, your storage rooms, your equipment.
Should I be?
Right. But the reason that it's being regulated is it's what's wrong. If it's safe for homeowners, why not allow the general market to be able to get it? So you go and buy a bottle of it in, not necessarily in a Walmart, but a grow center, any place with a grow. Well, Walmart has grow centers, I guess. Yeah.
So is Canadian Tire.
Yeah, Walmart probably wouldn't sell it. Canadian Tire, Kent.
I mean, the only other product I've used.
Co-op might be able to, because I know you can go into a co-op and get veterinary stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the only other product I've used a lot for powder before was Safers. They have a 3-in-1.
Yep.
It works very well.
It works really good, yeah.
Hey Darcy, it's time for you to send me whatever you're sending, buddy, because we're getting close to that. I'll send you my address again. Just reminding you.
What?
Yeah. Floramax. Yeah. Still waiting.
Yes, Hal.
Send them what?
The Floramax.
I'm sending them stuff.
The Flomax.
Oh.
Remember that stuff? The Flomax?
No, it's your food, yeah.
Yeah, Floramax.
Yeah. Yep.
No, food.
Food.
It'll freeze getting there, but
actually, I got to do this. Thank you for reminding me.
It's probably frozen now.
Mine is frozen my garage, but I know when it's on thaws, it's completely fine.
Is it fine enough to drink?
We got to start wrapping it up, guys.
I know. Thought Darcy was going to say something.
Ken told me not to.
What?
No, Ken told me not to drink it. Told me when they said
don't drink that, Darcy.
Don't do it. Don't. Because you might grow roots out your ass.
What did I lose? What did I miss out on, Marcel?
What?
I might. I just might.
You might.
So
what's new coming up? I'm trying to get Debbie to come on and talk to us.
I wish you would.
Harvest Fest.
I'm gonna reach out to Sarah Sunday. We've got Jack coming on either next week or the week after, depending on how his week goes. I'm going to be having Al Graham and Paul Hartman on because they are my new cohorts in the Three Guys Highcast podcast. And I'm also working on
I don't want to talk to them.
CBG TV with Al. So, yes, I do. Yes, you do.
No, I don't want to talk to. We don't want them on the show. I don't want to talk to those guys. not fucking Graham and Hartman. Fuck that. Let's get interesting people on or something.
Yeah.
Only because I'm hoping Al listens to this.
He listens. He might be busy today.
Yeah, we'll find out. If I get a nasty message, I'll know that he was listening.
He'd be like, "Fuck you, Marcel. See if you ever come on Pace Radio again."
Yeah. Actually, I haven't been on there in a while.
No.
But I've been keeping a low profile, a much lower profile than I used to. So.
Well, I'm gonna have everybody from CBG TV on at some point, as soon as people tell me when they can do this, because
every time you say CBG, I'm waiting for the CBGBs and the Ramones and shit.
Oh, jeez. No, see, before legalization, I was a real asshole, so I was on lots of different shows. Well, I mean,
you're still an asshole, Marcel.
Yeah, but I was more of an asshole. I've calmed down.
You have, yeah. I think we all have. Well, I mean, the fight's not over. No, not at all.
Look what happened the night Scott Armstrong came to my fucking door. I mean, I'm not a good person to come to visit when I have a complete disdain for you as a politician and as a human being.
I have no idea.
But he came to my door. Oh, he was my member of parliament that was a conservative that ignored me and other
Marcel
party
doesn't like being ignored.
Yeah, other party MPs actually went to him and told them that they should contact me. So, but he never showed up or contacted me. But he never showed up until he was running in the election again. So I worked very hard to make sure that he did not get voted in, and he didn't. So
good for you.
Because
we have 8 minutes.
And I mean the amount of fighting that I did with Health Canada and with doctors. I mean, I was a bit of an asshole to a lot of people, but they fucking deserved it.
Yeah, well, it's a different place now, and a lot of us are in a different place mentally as well as physically. So.
Yeah, well, no, I've gotten to a point where I'm just tired of fighting with them. I'll do me, they do them, and stay the fuck away from me. I stay the fuck away from you, and I'll be nice.
On that note.
Yeah. I mean, as nice as I can be, but I'm old, I'm cranky, and
no, fuck you, cranky.
I'm wondering if Lennie has fallen asleep because I haven't heard his
I'm
voice.
watching the hockey
there
game.
we go.
Listen, that's why I turned off my camera.
Oh, there he is. He's laying down now.
No, Peterborough 2-1.
Oh, is that a good thing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh,
Nothing.
sorry.
Oh, that's the team your brother coaches or something?
He's the assistant coach for the Peterborough Peach. Yeah.
Peterborough Pete's.
Peterborough, Ontario?
Yeah, the OHL. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I'm watching a show that was filmed in the Kingston Penitentiary.
Yes, that's Mayor of Kingstown.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's isn't it an awesome show? It's filmed in and around Kingston and the Kingston Penitentiary. You don't like it?
Yeah, it's not my kind of show.
Oh, does Chrissy like it?
Loves it.
Oh, well, you see, there you go.
See, it's her kind of show. It's not my kind of show.
I've watched every episode. I just watched the other one the other day, the newest one. It's an awesome show.
Far, it's
the other one that I'm really enjoying. The other one that I'm really enjoying is Your Honor, which is Bryan Cranston's new show. Those are the ones, and I've been mainlining Cabin Masters. I've been watching that, just binging it.
No, I'm not a fan of that, but the Your Honor one, I don't mind Bryan Cranston. I don't like the storyline.
You don't. It's weird. It definitely is weird.
It's a fucked up storyline.
The second season,
if it wasn't for the storyline, I would like it. I would. Really
the second
like
season, just right from the beginning, it's like, oh wow, I mean, it's much different the second season than the first. That's for sure.
You know what's an interesting show? It's I Am Wrexham. That Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney buying that soccer football team in Wales.
I never heard of it.
It's on Disney.
I started watching.
It's like it's a it's documentary.
Yeah,
like they bought this fucking.
I've seen it listed.
You know what? It's actually pretty entertaining. I hate fucking soccer.
I've been watching Formula One, the show Formula One. The new season just went up.
I watched that. I do watch F1.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I used to play soccer.
I play soccer. It's fun to play, but watching.
I played soccer when I was a kid, and then I played it in the military. But I cannot
tennis.
sit.
I watched those
watch
tennis
a
ones.
soccer match.
Yeah, I can't get into soccer.
I couldn't sit and watch a tennis match either. I could play tennis, but I won't sit and watch it.
I watched their.
I'm sure. Yeah.
There's a show.
Golf.
I can't remember what it's called.
Golf. I'll watch golf on TV.
Yuck.
Because I mean, I love playing golf, but watching golf on TV is pretty good.
But now what they've done,
all the walking.
What they've done now, Marcel, is like from Formula One, that show Formula One on Netflix. They've done the same thing with golf. They've done the same thing with Daytona. They've done I guess NASCAR, and they've done the same thing with several different subjects, and it's done as a documentary TV show, and it's all of these documentaries that they've come out of Discovery. It's that kind of show, right?
Yeah, but
they're really well done.
They can do it all, and it's all good, Al. But that F1 that is the most cutthroat, harsh.
Oh God, isn't it?
Thing.
I just watched 3 episodes this afternoon. Season 5 just went up yesterday.
I do love Max Verstappen.
I guess
call him
today.
like the F1 Ricky Bobby, man. If he ain't first, you're last with that fucker. But
well, the tennis one is really good too. I watched the tennis one. Point Break, I think it was called.
Yeah, but if you think of F1, there's only 20 fucking jobs in the world, right?
Yeah,
it's like holy fuck.
They 2.5 minutes.
They were talking about electric cars the other day.
For Marcel.
Yeah.
The season's not over and they're negotiating contracts with other teams.
Yes.
It's the most
the season's not over.
They've got drivers still racing even though they know after the last race they're no longer on the team. But yet they're still told to go out there and race and win.
Yeah.
They talk about the fact that, I'm going around, I'm in first. Woohoo! Too bad I'm leaving. Wait a second. Let's put the brake on for a second.
Sorry, Al. I had to get that out there.
That's okay.
Crazy.
Yeah, I know. It
that's
is.
A little nuts.
It is.
2 minutes.
Yeah. So, anybody want to say anything else before we go say bye?
No. Goodbye.
Okay, we'll just say goodbye. Have a nice night. See you next week.
Later.
Bye, Darcy. Oh, he's already gone. He doesn't even wait, the bastard.
So what are you doing? Nothing. Why not?
Trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, wait, I might have it.
You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or Lifestyle Radio.
We are the Cannabis Broadcasting Group here at cbgtv.com.